Hey, drip droppers, are you new to paint pouring? You're just watching these videos go, I don't even know if I could do it. This looks hard. Let me show you a simple, easy project you can do that doesn't cost much and you can test out and see if you like it. Here we go. It's a flip cup. All right, so here we go. The first thing you want is a paint that already has the pouring medium in it. Here I've got Arteza, and I think I ordered this online from Amazon. It was $10 or $15. They had 4 colors in it, and all the tones go together. That's why I picked it. Also, I bought an oil pan for $1.25 at like the Dollar Tree. And this works great for catching all the drips. I just keep that handy to use. And then Floor and Decor, their tiles are 11 cents. If you get the ones made, they're called Festival Ice, I believe they're called. I love their tiles. I use them for all the tiles that I make for craft shows and all my projects. They're, I think, the best tile that you can find for those. Okay, so I got my tile and my oil pan, and I had a little tiny cup, so I'm using that. And I'm just squirting in the colors. I'm layering them. I like to start with the darker color on the bottom, but I don't always do that. And then I'm going to fill this. I'm just putting them in there. I try to put them on top of each other like that rather than squirt them all over in a big circle or something like that. And now I'm just putting more in, going back through the same order. Because when you flip, the colors are going to settle based on which color is the heaviest, for example, or the most opaque. There's all kinds of things you learn as you're doing this. But so I've got them there, and now I'm just going to flip it over onto this cup, or onto this tile, sorry. And I'm going to wait while it drains. And one of the reasons you want to do that, because the colors are kind of melding and settling. Some of the heavier colors will go down. You can twirl it like that. You can do however you want. But now in this one, I don't think I'm doing a voiceover because it's a little easier to describe this. But in this particular one, I didn't have enough on it, so it came up just a little bit short. And so I'm just working it here. I love these colors. They're so iridescent that you could do all kinds of other things with them, which I'll be talking about in a few minutes. But this, you can make a tile. Once it's completely covered and it dries for about a week, you can cover it with resin. And I buy resin from different sources. I love the resin by Mixed Media Girls, or I should say Mixed Media. Um, she has a resin that is low in fumes. Of course, you want to ventilate when you're doing that. And I always keep a door open or some kind of ventilation, even when I'm doing acrylic pouring. Usually I have gloves on. I don't know why for this one I didn't, but usually I'll just put on some gloves I get at Lowe's or something like that. Nitrile gloves is what I like to get. And I'll usually have those on too. Not that I just don't want that paint getting absorbed by my skin, but sometimes I forget. I get all excited and I'm like, we're making a tile. See, now you can pour off the parts of it you don't like. You just kind of keep working it. You're going to have a beautiful tile when it's done that you could resin and put in your, or you could spray varnish them. There's all kinds of things you could spray over the top to make them shiny, and you could use them as coasters in your house. I just love the colors that this Arteza has, how beautiful they are. All right, so that one I'm just going to set aside, and we're going to try another one. This one, I'm going to put more in this time because I don't want to come up a little short. But the tiles are 11 cents. The paint is expensive. Isn't expensive. Let me come up short. Oh, well, just make another. You could actually just scrape it off that tile and put more on. Or you could let it dry and pour over the top. It's all kinds of things. So here I'm just going to start out putting more in right off the bat. Once you start doing them, you'll get an idea of how much you actually need. There's no set rule. So I just go through the colors and then go through the colors again. Put them in here. When you're making it, if you're using the Arteza, you'll see just how beautiful and spectacular these colors are. This time I decided to end with a dark one on top again because I want that one to be on the bottom this time. I thought, well, I'll just check out what it's like to have a little extra. And again, I just give it a little time to fall down and land on top of itself. It's going to meld together. Some of it will come together and make new colors. There we go. Now you can tell I got more in there that time. Look at that. It's much better. All right, and then it's just a matter of tilting it. I like to tilt it but not let it go over, and then kind of tilt it the other way. So keep as much paint on it as in the beginning. Then I start tilting it over. Like in this case, there's a lot of that dark blue up in the left corner. But some of that's going to fall off when I do this. And I'm trying to cover my corners and my sides so those will look beautiful. There you go. So you just keep working it. You can see how beautiful these Arteza colors are. And they just naturally made a few little cells on there that you can see. See the little cells up by my finger? Gorgeous little. Those just come from the paint pouring over itself and the reaction that it has. Now in this case, I'm thinking, I love these. And I could probably make a project from these, another project from these. I love to make jewelry from this particular kind of paint for my granddaughters or make it with them. So here's a piece of jewelry that I made. And the way I made that was I just took a little skewer, a little turkey skewer or kebab skewer, and I'm just drawing on it, and that's making little patterns. And in another video, I'll link it to the end of this one. You can go see how you can actually make jewelry from it. But also you can just make little patterns in it like I did. And then I'll tilt it some more and see how beautiful that is. That's going to make a gorgeous coaster. Just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, thanks for joining me today. See you later. Like and subscribe. See you later.